folks. Round one of Vintage Shops. This is just a attempt at a turn one Karn. Ruby, Jet, tap this for 2, Karn into incredibly large Stonecoil Serpent on turn 2. Has no lock piece though, which is probably questionable. I'm gonna do the old MTG Goldfish on my opponent. Last seen on Bug Midrange as main deck Collector Oofs, Oko, Snapcaster Tarmogoyf, Leovold, the average set of blue restricted cards. Okay. So how many actual factual counterspells does my opponent have that counter the things that I care about? 1 Spell Pierce, 1 Force of Negation, Force of Will, 6. I'm gonna keep this. Fuck. Ooh. Alright, so my opponent is on some sort of depth deck instead. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Soul Ring. Ooh, opponent was F6 there. Alright. I make a 4/4. I don't think I play Stonecoil Serpent for 2. I cast it for a stupid number next turn. Alright, so my opponent made a turn 2 2020. I can block that with a Stonecoil Serpent, though. So I can buy myself a turn. So quick math check. I have 3 more Stonecoil Serpents, and a Golos that can hit a Caracas. I can hit a Mystic Forge to go ham. Those are kind of the options. I can also just try to kill my opponent next turn. I can turn my constructs into 10/10s. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably not happening unless I hit Mystic Forge. So in that case, let's plus on the Karn. What's the other card? A Golos. So I can get a Caracas next turn, but not play it. One basic, okay. Alright, so my land enters tapped, right? Rock is entering tapped, doesn't do me any good, so I need to plus with Karn. Try to find an out. I need to hit 2 outs simultaneously. Well, Stonecoil Serpent was 1 out. Alright. Opponent was just a little bit too fast for us. So, at an immediate glance, I don't know enough about what my opponent is doing to know whether or not these null rods are just, like, insane. I'm not familiar with the vintage Dark Depths deck. Like, every deck is going to run some amount of artifact mana, but I don't know how good this is. It seems like if I can drag on things to the mid game, Golos for Karakas is pretty good, but my opponent showed me Ghost Quarter, so they have outs to it, but I have Crucible, so like there's a definite game plan there. I have more lines that involve holding up a Wasteland and Ghost Quarter and stuff than normal, so maybe I'm not overly worried. I kind of theoretically like a Wormcoil engine to go above 20 life as a safety net. But I kind of feel like the tools that I have on offer are pretty good. In doubt, when I'm in doubt, I'm just not going to sideboard, I think. Let's try with the game 1 configuration again and see how it feels. I also just didn't get to see very many cards from my opponent. They just murdered me. This isn't doing anything degenerate. This is also not doing anything degenerate. I can keep this hand, throw back my swamp, go Wasteland pass after playing Chalice on 0, and follow it up with turn 2 Sphere, keeping Golos in the hole, throwing back swamp. This isn't really exciting. Maybe it's good enough after my opponent has already mulliganed. I legitimately do not know. I get to play a restricted card on turn 1. The hand can't be that bad. Well, I have a lot of differently named cards that murder lands. I suppose that's kind of awkward, isn't it? Because my own sphere. I'm still going to play this. Okay. Opponent doesn't have too much going on. Electric Oof is not doing much against my current hand. I keep them off the Thespian stage combo. I'm probably supposed to strip mine. My Golos costs 6 right now because of the Sphere of Resistance, so if I draw a Workshop, I can just cast it anyway. Legendary land. My gut to not bring in Null Rod was probably correct. I am very much in danger of just dying to beats, though, if I don't draw something. I think I accept that trade. I think I'll accept that trade. Kind of an embarrassing Stonecoil Serpent. The 2/2. It might legitimately just be better to hold up the Ghost Quarter than to play that as a 2/2. But I already have a piece of payoff. I also thought opponent was going to continue to attack. Value for me. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna sandbag this one. The opponent just gonna get another wasteland effect. They are. Do I wasteland their wasteland now? Probably. If for some reason they have that around and they hit my Ancient Tomb, it's more detrimental to me. Alright. Someday I will cast a Golos. It will be a glorious day. Will be next turn. Again, can't be this turn because of Sphere of Resistance. Notably, Golos can wall this Elvish Reclaimer that is kind of being a pain in the butt right now. Oh, great. I did not expect to get a concession there. Okay, so after seeing Elvish Reclaimer, I kind of want to have the Bojuka Bog so that I can clear out the Elvish Reclaimers if they're large. I kind of want to board a card. After seeing that my opponent has Collector Oof, I don't want Null Rods. I kind of don't hate Wormcoil Engines coming in. I don't super know what is supposed to come out. Like, the Revokers are good. They have targets on the other side of the table. Same with Spyglass. I don't know that it's correct to trim something like Sphere of Resistance when playing a lock piece is so critical to my strategy. But Golos costing 6 versus Golos costing 5 is kind of a big deal. So maybe I go down on those. And just go a little more threat heavy. Seems like Crucible is just going to be the nuts in this matchup. Recurring Ghost Quarter, Strip Mine, Wasteland, all that sort of stuff. And I think I'm more about this sort of hate effect than this sort of hate effect. But again, I don't know for sure. My Karn the Great Creator maybe should have come out. This is a lot of hate for turn 1. I will keep this. Alright, so this is the one that deals me damage on the coin flip. Yeah, we're gonna name Thespian Stage here. Now I want to play a Sphere of Resistance, and I don't think I need the bonus Ancient Tomb mana next turn, so I'm going to play it off of Ghost Quarter. Wonder if opponent is just like straight up going to cast a 2/2. No. Now I need to draw a threat before Mana Crypt kills me. Oh, right. So they couldn't have cast the bear because I played Spirit Resistance. Sure. So they'll probably cast an Elvish Spirit Guide this turn. Nope, they'll cast a Reclaimer. All right. Scumbag Tails. So Mana Crypt doing some work on me, and we've flooded. I need a threat. I boarded in a few extra. That's the good news. Tails, please. Yeah. They just destroyed their own Elvish Reclaimer. So I don't think there's too much point in me ghost quartering them out. Like, they probably have more forests. I don't know how many forests they have, but it's some number. I think I'm just gonna play this tapped land. My opponent meant to put a counter on I don't have another one. They meant to put a counter on their Blast Zone. Alright, I'm gonna keep clicking heads. Alright. 1-1. Oh my gosh. Uh this is a little rough. Where's my Wormcoil Engine at? So if I let that resolve without doing anything, my opponent is just going to Pithing Needle Ghost Core, and then I don't get a chance to blow up Dark Depths. I know their last card is not of this world. So I can use a Ghost Quarter to blow up a Dark Depths here and give them a forest. Fine, it's a safety net for like a Force of Vigor or equivalent. Please! My kingdom for a threat! So I need to rip a threat here and win 2 mana crypts in a row. Drawn tails. Oh, baby. Tails. Fuck! I think I could have drawn a little better that match, but yeah, things would have gone very well had I gotten that 6th life. All right, I'll be back for the next round.